to Father's Podcast. I'm your host, Emmanuel.
And I'm your host, Alex. What's up, guys?
Yes, welcome back to another episode. This week's one. Before we go into this week's one, first of all, shout out to all our listeners. The feedback from the last episode was great. We appreciate you. Like, the comments just got me crying. Like, now honestly, like, big up to all of you guys that are constantly showing us love. We appreciate you. And I hope you guys had a lovely week as well. We're back on another cracking episode. I feel like it's the first proper topic of the new season. And we thought, you know what, we'll just go straight into it. As you can see by the title, it's all about discipline. So I'm going to ask you the first question, bro.
Hit me, man. Hit me.
Have you smacked your son yet? Let's go straight to it.
Have I smacked my son? Yeah. Not that much, though. I can't lie. Simply because, actually, yeah, I don't. I think my son's nearly, he's over 5 now. He's way over 5, so I think I've only slapped him or smacked him maybe twice, and it wasn't even like, it was years ago, years and years ago. That's it. Simply because I don't feel like smacking does a lot. I think there's other ways that you can discipline your child without, having to get physical with them. So yeah, that's my take on that. But only a couple of times still.
Okay. And when you've hit like the first ever smack, how did you feel? Did you feel good?
Hated it. It just didn't seem me at all. The only reason why I did it was because the only thing I won't stand for is disobedience. And obviously, I mean, he was pretty young. He was way younger than 5 when I did smack him. But I just thought, like, yo, it's time that I quit that. Hey, man's screaming child abuse already. Listen, I'm gonna say it right now. I am no child abuser. I love my child. I just did the best for him. No child abuse going on in this household. Thank you very much. But literally the time that when I did it, it was only just because he wasn't listening to what I said, so I just gave him a little pat on the bum. And then he looked at me because obviously it's not something I've ever done before. It's not something. And then he
so wait, he didn't cry?
No, he was too shocked. He's too shocked to cry. He just looked at me. I looked at him, and then he just stopped what he was doing. But for me, this whole smacking thing it's not me. It ain't me. Like, even as I am as a father, there's other ways that I can discipline my child, and there's other ways that I've disciplined my child that's been way more effective than I thought smacking can.
Okay, but then do you think here that you don't smack your child much, or you don't want to smack him more because it doesn't live with you full time?
That's a good question.
Because me now, I'm not the beating type either, but I'll not hold back from it. Like, for me to beat you, that means I've given you other alternatives. I have spoken to you. I have taken your toys away. So for me to beat you, that means you have crossed the line, and my kids know that. They know that. I haven't smacked my daughter yet because she hasn't really crossed that line yet. I smacked my son, and he deserved it. I knew. Actually, maybe not deserved it, but he understood why I beat him. So yeah, would you think it would change if our kids were living with us full time? Do you think we'll smack them more? Because I feel like mothers smack their children out of frustration as well sometimes.
It's a good question. I can't lie, and I think it's because the reason why I'm with my son the way I am is because of the whole dynamics with him that I don't see him that often. Especially back in the day, I wasn't seeing him that often, so I would want all the time that I spend with him to be as great as possible. Okay. Which is probably why I'm quite a lenient parent. I won't lie, but
for now.
But man, I just don't think smacking is in me. I think it's just that I don't believe in smacking. I just don't think it's effective. It never did anything for me. I won't lie to you. Like, and I used to get beat, but
people say this all the time.
No.
Beating is you know when you're on a bus, when you're on a bus and you have this kid misbehaving and you're thinking,
I can't lie. Sometimes when I see that, like, nah. If you clearly don't get flogged, you can tell these kids don't get flogged.
Exactly. So beating is effective. Beating is effective.
My son. Okay, to be fair, I have seen him have tension in public, but He's not really like that. He's not really like
But
that.
but okay, without going into your life too much, but does his mum beat him?
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go then.
Yeah. But that's her, and I'm not gonna stop her from doing that.
No, but you're both parents. Like I just feel like if neither parents smack that child, I feel like one parent needs to start smacking.
Yeah.
If needs be, obviously.
Yeah, if needs be. And the thing is, she can do that. It's not that I'm completely against smacking. I'm not completely against smacking. I just feel like there's other effective ways that you can discipline a child without having to cause them physical harm. If for instance now he blatantly like just disobeyed me, like disobedience is the one thing I will not tolerate. If he just blatantly disobeys me, then that's something where I might smacking will be considered there.
Okay.
But I think one of the problems is, and it goes back to like upbringing and looking at your parents. I feel like in the old African culture, smacking was like the first thing they do, whereas now I can see it's like the last resort, the way it should be. For me, it's just not my character. It's just not my character. There's just other ways, like, and I can see it with other things that I do with AJ. If he does something wrong, there's other methods that I've taken to make sure that he realizes that this is wrong and he doesn't do it again. And he's really and truly he's usually a well-behaved kid.
Yeah, because I find out with my kids, because obviously I don't live with them full time, so they know that. Then so it's like they're not used to me in the sense of like they're not. I don't have to explain it. Like they're more comfortable at home. They're more comfortable at home with their moms because that's who they see all the time. That's who they live with. Yeah. So when they come to me, it's like I've laid the rules down. I was like, okay, we're not here all the time. Let's not show this man our true colours. Let's just be here for the weekends right here.
Yeah. and then bounce, you can be yourself back again.
Because the mom will call me and be like, oh, your son did this. I'm like, oh, but when it's with me, he doesn't do that. But that's because just with you for 2 days. He can behave himself for 2 days because he doesn't see me all the time. So I was like, you know what, this makes sense. And it's just one of them was like, kids are smart. They know how to play parents against each other. And the one thing that I always like very, 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 very like push on with my kids' mum is that if I say something here, don't override what I say. And if you say something, I'm not going to override what you say. Let's be in harmony when it comes to discipline. And that could be if you're saying no to a toy or anything here, we're saying no together. So because then what it could be is like, okay, fine, I'm gonna ask daddy then, or I'm gonna ask mummy. And that way, especially when you're not living together, it's very, very easy to play both parents against each other.
So show a united front.
100%. Like with co-parent, and and part of co-parenting is the discipline aspect. I've had friends here where the mum would tell the dad off for smacking the child, and which I understand because us guys here were very.
Yeah, but sometimes it's needed, isn't it? Like I think with a kid, they need the balance. They need the mother that's gonna nurture them and give them that soft bit, and then they need the dad, especially if in my opinion, if you're a kid and you're a boy, you kind of need that dad to kind of be like, what are you doing?
No,
stand up straight. Look me in my eyes when I'm talking to you. Like, that kind of thing.
100%. I feel like with my son as well, he knows what he can do and get away with his mum. When it comes to me, I just give you the look.
Yeah, that's the one.
If I have to give you the look.
The change of tone in your voice. Sit down.
You know what? I don't raise my voice, I'm so happy and I'm glad.
I don't raise my voice.
At the moment, I've never had to raise my voice. Like, I'll say, like, Zeke. Like, I never have to, like, shout, like, Zeke. Like,
never.
Then Zeke, come in. Is that firm and stern, like, come in. Come here. No. Come in. And it knows. Yeah.
And they need that. And that's what I mean. Like, there's different ways of disciplining. You don't need to smack. I mean, every child is different. But I 100% do not believe that smacking should be the first resort. A child gets a bad result in his exams. I don't think you need to smack them.
That's not
something that you need to smack them for. Like that's. I'm not saying that's what they did to me. I'm not trying to like.
No, listen, dude.
I'm not trying to portray my upbringing.
You know when you're
Talk to me.
When you've got homework,
yeah,
and you're trembling because the hand is there already, and I never understand why parents think they're so aggressive with the words. Right. You get it. I said David had 2 apples, and
There's
Camera.
tears just rolling down your eyes.
How many apples is that in total?
10.
6. And if you're right, yeah.
Whether you're right or you're wrong, fam. You know what it is? No, you know what it is with that, yeah? The child is so scared. They know the answer, but because they're so scared, they think that the answer's wrong, and they will go for a completely different answer. And then
I remember the one time my mom tested me. I said the answer, yeah. And she's like, "Are you sure?"
I hate that.
Come on, Sue, I'm shaking.
Oh my gosh.
Tears were falling. Boogie was coming out.
Oh, love it.
And like, it's no. Are you getting it?
You're so. This is what I mean. Like parents, especially African parents, they need that. It's not effective, bro. That kind of fear is not effective.
Yo.
I remember. I know kids that would have after school lessons.
Yeah.
Tutoring.
Yeah.
They have tutoring, right? And everything will be fine. They'll be talking with the tutor. They'll be answering the questions. But as soon as the parent steps in to the room and they sit down,
stiff.
They get so scared. And because they know that if the parent hears them and they get the wrong answer, once that tutor leaves, what do you mean 2 + 2 = 8? What do you mean? And they start getting on them. It doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. So this is what I mean by that whole fear thing, and it comes with the whole smacking. It's not effective. It's not effective. Like,
So
there's other things that you can do.
So from what I've gathered from that, yeah, I just feel like when you're smacking a child, for me, it's more to discipline a child. I don't think you smack a child when it comes to like things that can't be avoided. Like not every child is going to be smart, and you have to accept that.
No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
And you have to accept that. Like with me now, with my kids, I observe them. You know, what's your strengths? What's your weaknesses? You know, my son learns in a way here. He's a visual learner. You know, I'll be okay, fine. Let's get out your cars because he likes cars, and I put all his cars out.
Yeah.
There's 10 here, and we'll play with them. You know, and we'll get it. And in a way, I'm glad our parents were the way they were with us because then it then showed us how we don't want to be with our kids. Agreed. Because if not, we'll just be doing what they were doing. Exactly. So I agree with you. Beating is not effective, beating is not effective in certain areas, but it's effective in terms of discipline. And I feel that there's that fair line here of fearing your parents and respecting your parents. Yeah. So I just feel like that's where we need to be careful.
I'm not mad at that.
I feel like we need to be careful with that, like because you know I feel like a lot of African child or African Caribbean or whoever, you know, you're at home chilling, you hear the dog go. Me and my brothers, we just go to our rooms. Because you know she'll come in. Why is this floor dirty? I like this floor's clean. Why? What do you mean?
It's not sparkling.
And it's like it shouldn't be like that. You want to be your mom or your dad wants to come through the door. Like you want to run to them, like, oh mommy, daddy, you got that. You run to your rooms and be like, let me just lock myself in here before this woman now come and
give you a headache.
And a lot of the time as well, parents beat their children out of frustration. Like, and that is very. And listen, parents, we need to, you know, I'm about to give you some wise words here. It's not your children's fault that you hate your job. Wow. It's not your children's fault that you don't like your manager. Wow. Because don't now come home here and take your frustration out on the kids. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a victim of that. I've been a victim of it, and I'm guilty of it as well. Like I'm having a bad day here, and my son will just come and do something stupid, and I'm like, I'll just take it out on him. And I'll call him. I'm like, Zeke, I'm so sorry. Sorry. What do you want? Because it's not their fault. Like they don't know what's going on. They don't care. They want the food on the table. They don't care how you get it. They want the food. So parents, please, let's just be mindful of that. Let's be mindful of that. But yes, to the main events, the title. So obviously, those of you that have been following us, we know that our lovely fanboy here is in a loving relationship. And your son, wait, she's married, isn't it?
My son's mom.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I guess it's a bit different. But let's. But just heard what you said. As far as you know.
I don't know about their relationship. They might be. They might not be.
No, it's true.
Okay, cool. But she's in a relationship, as far as I know.
If her partner was to beat your son, and it came home, or it was your time to have him, and it said, "Oh, daddy, mom's partner beat me."
Yeah, no, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that.
You don't even ask why or what your child did. Or just gonna You're ready to throw hands.
No, it's not even about throwing hands. I feel like there's and you know I've never, well, let's not even get into all of that, but I think there's a certain limit to the role, and depending on the circumstances. Now, for instance, now AJ, my son, has his mom and his dad, and he has his stepdad now.
Yeah.
If it was a thing where he didn't have his biological dad and he just had his stepdad and his mom, then obviously that's a thing where, you know, the stepdad is having to take that role as the predominant parent. So he can do. I would say that, you know, that's fair play to him. If he wants to smack the child, he can. Whereas now, if the dad is now involved, the actual biological dad, and he has the mom and all that, I think there's a limit to what the stepdad should do. Again, that should be a discussion with the parents. But I personally wouldn't, simply because I don't really smack my child like that.
So why are you smacking my child?
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't, like, if his mom wants to smack him, then that's what she wants to do. But if I don't do it, I don't think you should be doing that. That's not really your place.
Okay, I'm just here to stir the pot, because this is what I do. So with that being said, yeah. But then remember earlier we said that maybe the moms beat the children more or would we beat the children more if they lived with us 24/7? Now you have to understand, yeah, that man is in that house a lot of the time with your son.
That's true.
Still no?
Nah.
No, not even a cheeky.
No. Look, you can talk like, look.
What if it was like, what if AJ did something so terrible, yeah? Okay, I'm gonna paint that picture, yeah? The mom's like, mom's gone out. It's just him and AJ in the house now, and he's done something terrible.
What? When we say terrible,
you want him to call you? I'm like, your son's done this. Come and discipline him.
Drive all the way there to smack him. Nah, I think again, it depends on the circumstances. It depends.
These are the conversations, yeah. People have to have. I feel like a lot of people
shout 100%.
Because you have to understand, yeah. Even if they're not, I don't know how to explain it. You're not there, so you have no control. So even if you say, "Oh, don't beat my child," there's nothing stopping him from beating him again.
That's true,
because he lives in the house
again. But then, if I've already communicated, it's all about communication at the end of the day. If I've communicated with the stepdad, look, you're there. I hear that. That's all well and good. But you know, you can discipline my child. Just don't smack him. And then he disregards that as his actual biological father.
Fair enough.
He's actually present. It's not like I'm not there. I'm present in his life, and he just disregards what I'm saying, and he just continues to smack the child. Then that's a problem.
But what if the discipline is not enough? Not love it. I'm not obviously.
Then talk to the mom.
God forbid, yeah, that, you know. But let's just say your son or a child. Child, one of them difficult child that is not listening to the discipline. The mom's not really having control. You know, mothers are very sometimes, especially with boys, they push over.
Yeah, they can.
So what does one do in that situation? Because obviously, very much, maybe not you, because you don't try to date women that got kids.
That's another story for another episode.
But for me now, if I have to date someone and they have kids, and I'm supposed to be the man of the house now, and the child is disrespecting me, and I can't. For me, part of me discipline is smacking is not off the table. So if in a situation, if smacking is needed, I feel like I should have the power. No, not that power, but I should have some rights. I should have some rights here because people always cry, "Oh, I want someone who will love my son as their own." So he's my own, therefore I'll slap him too. So no.
Again, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that a step parent should never be allowed to smack the stepchild. I'm not saying that. I'm not writing that off at all. I feel like if you guys have that conversation and it's cool with everybody involved that the step parent can smack the child, that's fair play. That is fair play. That's it. That's just it. But it has to be a conversation.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. I'm trying to think of the things I've had my kids, mum. Like, again, I thank God my kids, they're well behaved, you know, and I agree with what you said before. Talk to the mum. I feel like in a boyfriend stage and girlfriend stage, listen, don't touch my kids. if you're married, I feel like in a way, you have to.
The whole boyfriend thing, because you gotta remember, not everybody wants to get married. Some people actually just do the whole like.
Oh well, okay. I know my kids' mom. They want to get married.
Politically correct over here.
They want to get married, so that's fine. But okay, even so, yeah. If you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, yeah. I mean, again, going with my beliefs, like if you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, you don't have power. I'm sorry, because you can
shaking the table.
I'm sorry, you don't have power. But when you're in a marriage, I have to respect that because he's now the man of the house, not me. So, like you said, we'll have that conversation. I'm like, okay, cool. If it's something that's, if it's something that's you can actually overlook and not have to smack him, because sometimes you have to be careful. It could be just wants to smack him because it's like, I want to smack him.
Yeah.
And like, maybe you don't like the child or whatever.
Wants him out of the picture so he could just have time with the mum, you know.
Then no, but
So would you be okay with it?
What if yeah?
You'd be okay with it?
100%, because I will see it as like he's training my child. Like I don't have to explain it. Like I'm okay with it if it's done correctly. Let's put it that way. If it's not like abuse, like he's smacking the left and he's come back and then bruises all of it. Like bro, listen, fam. Catch me outside, bro. Catch me outside, bro. But if it's a thing of where it's like, oh, he told you to F off.
Oh yeah.
Or something wild, like, and as a father, your first instinct is like, how dare you? And you give him a nice firm clap, whatever.
You're not the one.
Yeah, because again, it goes back to that thing of like, kids are smart. They'll just be like, oh, you're not my dad, you can't touch me.
Yeah, but then see, this is what I mean. Like for someone who's not like me, who doesn't often smack their kids now, if somebody's child goes to the step parent and gets mad disrespectful, I feel like it's again, like I keep saying, communication. It's a thing where the stepdad can talk to me and be like, look, this is the problem I'm having with your child at home.
Bro, you ain't got time for that.
Because think about it.
You ain't got time for that. You're in the moment. You're in the moment, bro. You're like, your son misbehaved. You should not let it go and say,
that's not what I'm saying.
Hello, Alex. Yeah, sorry. Just let you know that AJ. What in the school?
No. I'm not. That's not it at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, look, deal with him the way that you can deal with him at the moment. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm in the picture. The child is eventually gonna come to my house. That's something that if it's a thing where I need to smack him, that's something that I can do. Or his mum is there, for goodness sake. The mum can come home and sort him out herself. But like I said.
Wait, so sorry to cut off. Are we talking about in a relationship as a boyfriend and girlfriend or in a marriage? Because you have to understand, dynamic changes in a marriage,
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but either way, like I'm either whether they're married or not. Look, if I've come to you and I've communicated, I'm not cool with you smacking my child. No matter what he's done, that's just not it. If the mom wants to do that, then that's cool. She can do that. But him, if I've said that that's not cool with me, he can't do it.
But what happens when they have more kids now and then everybody's getting beaten? But your son, you're creating a division.
No, you're getting beat. He's just not getting beat by the stepmom. I mean the stepdad, sorry. You're getting beat by the mom.
Yeah, but let's say
when he comes to my house.
But you don't beat your child.
No, I said I didn't say I don't beat him. I said I rarely do. Like it's not something that I would do often. There's a limit. Like disobedience is the one thing that I can thank you. If he's not being disobedient, if there's a thing with disobedience, cool. If I'm cool with it, then the stepdad can do all of that. But disobedience is the only reason why I would smack my child. That's it.
But what's your definition of disobedience though? It could just be like, oh, AJ, put that down and doesn't put it down, and he walks away with it. It's a man. That's a man.
That's a minor. But then if I'm telling you again, obviously that's not going to be the first thing I do. Smack him just because he said that. Nah, but we at AJ. I just told you to do that. Go and pick it up. If he doesn't do it again, then he's clearly not having respect for me. Okay. That's a disobedient thing where you can get smacked for that.
Alright, cool.
Same thing that this stepdad can do. But again, it's all about me communicating.
So basically, you're giving him power there. Basically, you're basically agreeing to my point that eventually, in a marriage, because okay, let's put it this way. You know what them was, you got siblings.
Yeah.
So did you not ever have that group beating?
Oh, come on. What? No, it was never group. It was me and my brother. My sister never got the group beating.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
No,
what? Is it because she was good or because she was female?
Probably both,
That's remind me to come back to that, about do we discipline boys differently to girls? But we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. But, so yeah. So
me and my brother.
Yeah. So now they've married, yeah. You've got your son here, and now then we've got like let's say 2-3 other kids.
Yeah.
And they're now getting, let's say they've all done something's happened. Oh, who took the money? And none of them wants to confess. And the dad now, so dad should now only beat the children here and not beat your son as well.
That's not his kid.
Oh, Alex, bro, you did too much. I did too much.
Sorry. You can discipline him another way.
No, Alex,
That's
bro.
not my problem.
Alright, guys.
Especially if my child didn't do it.
I'm gonna need you guys to comment on this.
Especially if my child didn't do it. Why are you smacking my kid for
Well,
something he
you
didn't
don't know.
No,
Nobody knows.
There we go, neither does he. So if he wants, if he likes, smack your own kids. That's cool. That's cool. You can do all of that, but you ain't gonna smack my kid for something you don't know he did. You ain't gonna do that. Sorry, I don't care about all that. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. Especially if I've made it clear, don't smack my kid.
You're creating a diversion.
That's not my problem though.
So okay, now you now want him to now come to you all the time. You know it's just gonna be a domino effect. You now come home here and like, oh, why are you upset? Oh, my siblings don't like me. What? Maybe like I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna create another problem. No, because they're getting beat all the time. Okay, not all the time, but whenever they get disciplined, AJ gets special treatment.
Nah, that's not the case.
It is the case, bro.
What you're saying is no, because you're missing the point. I'm not saying that he's never gonna get disciplined. I've never said to him, you can never discipline my child.
No, I'm not talking about discipline now. I'm talking about the whole beating.
Smacking now.
Yeah, because we agreed that smacking sometimes is needed. Yeah. And in this scenario, I'm not saying that they're just smacking for fun. It's a situation where maybe a smack is needed.
Alright, boom. If that's the case, I just thought of something, yeah. If that's the case where all three of them need to get smacked, he doesn't need to be the one to do it. The mom's there. He doesn't need to be the one to do it. If all three of them need to be smacked as a unit, get the mom to do it then. He just doesn't need to do it.
Okay, let me reverse the roles now. You now come. AJ now comes to you now and is rude to your girlfriend / wife, yeah?
Yeah.
And she smacks him. Would you tell her off?
Yeah, because if we've had that discussion that she can't do that, then that's a problem.
So she now has to wait for you to come back from work.
No, she doesn't have to smack it. She doesn't have to smack it.
No, bro, we established about the discipline. We're not saying the first thing she's going to do is smack him. No, we're saying in a scenario, for example, where a smacking is warranted. Yeah. She can't smack him.
No. If we've all had that discussion and said that she cannot smack him, she can't.
Mate,
she's just gonna have to wait. She can tell
your kid gonna be having a field trip.
Nah, he ain't having a field trip.
Because he's gonna misbehave here every single time it's with your wife.
No.
Because you can't touch me. Nah.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to just be a smacking thing though. What you're saying, this is what you're saying. What you're saying is smacking's the only way that's gonna put fear into him.
No, bro.
Or that's the only way that he can be punished. No, because think about it.
I'm not talking about that. I said to you, we've established that.
Yes, we've established that. Discipline needs to be done. Yes,
I'm saying, yeah.
But you're saying, what you're saying is he's gonna have a field day because she cannot smack him. No.
Yeah, so exactly, it will because it's forever gonna be pushing her to the limit because there's things like go to your room.
Are you forgetting? Okay, cool. At the end of the day, if it was something where he needs to get smacked,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, wait. So he's done something now to his stepmom.
And it's
worried to the smack.
Yes.
Cool. And now she doesn't smack him, but she disciplines him another way. Like maybe, alright, cool. You're not having no TV. You're just going to go to your room and stay there until your dad gets back. At the end of the day, it's not like he's missing out on a smack. The smack is just being delayed. Because I'm going to get home. She's going to tell me what he's done. And I'm going to get to the room and be like, so swear down, this is what you're doing. Alright, cool. Say no more.
But then,
it's not that he can't do it, that he's just being scot-free. It's just that the smack is getting delayed.
Okay. I'm going to use your theory now, yeah? The delayed smack, okay?
Yeah, cool.
We've got a new one now, delayed smack. You now go on holiday, yeah? For 2-3 months.
Yeah.
And I don't know, one way or the other, AJ has to stay with you, yeah? For one reason or another.
Okay.
So for that 2-3 months, yeah, AJ will not get smacked until you go back.
If he needs to, she could just send him back to his mum's house.
And what if she can't?
Then she's not getting smacked. But when I get back, at the end of the day,
it's your view.
At the end of the day, if he's really going to get smacked, yeah, if it's something where he needs to get smacked, at the end of the day, he's not running away from it. It's just being delayed for
3 months.
He's been away for 2-3 months.
But that agent, come here. Bring your reports.
Yeah.
On the 1st of this month, you did this. So you have to take your 12 smacks.
Yeah, simple. At the end of the day, the smack isn't being delayed. I mean, the smack is being delayed. He's not avoided it.
But it'll just look at you like, wait, what? How did this?
Nah, because it makes sense. If you've done something wrong and you know that you need to get smacked for it, I'm gonna tell you about it. It is what it is. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not somebody that smacks their child all the time. I'm not. So why would I just allow her to do it? Doesn't make sense. Like again, it's the whole unity thing. If my mindset isn't that I'm gonna smack my child all the time and I don't feel like he needs to get smacked all the time, why is my stepmom now gonna be smacking him left, right, and center? Doesn't make sense. Or again, the stepdad. If I don't feel like he needs to get smacked all the time, why is he gonna go to another house and he's getting smacked left, right, and center by his dad?
No, but bro, I know, but we're not saying getting. Okay, I get your point. I'm not saying getting smacked left, right, center for fun of it. I'm just saying, that's true. That my view is this, yeah. I feel like if you're a step parent in a household, you have to have that some sort of rights or power within limits and have that conversation. Because I believe in smacking, and I believe that a smacking, if a child does something and it's warranted a smacking, and you have exercised all other options, smack that child. You know, I'm very traditional in the sense of, yes, it might take one person to born a child, but it takes a whole village to raise a child. Mm-hmm. But it has to be within reason. It has to be, and when you smack him here, I would say, listen, when you smack my child, I'll make sure you understand, or she understands why she's getting beaten, because this is how I do it. But then when there's consistency across the board, it's more effective. Rather than you smack on hair for whatever. But we have that, like you said, have that communication that, listen, when you smack the child, make sure they know why they're getting smacked. Don't hit them on the head. Don't hit them on, and don't leave bruises. Well, if we have that understanding, bro, if the child is behaving and is warranted a smack the child. Yeah, but I'm not disagreeing with you. I've just said that some people may not be comfortable with that. That's all I'm saying. Some people may not be, like I said, it's a whole communication thing. Like you just told me, if you've gone to the stepdad and said, yo, okay, cool, you can smack him, but this is the level that you can smack him. That's fair play. I'm not disagreeing. But you're saying they can't smack a child at all. No, I'm not saying me. I'm just saying in general. Oh, okay. I'm not, because I don't know. I've never had that conversation with him. I don't know where we would take it. What I want. We had that conversation now. So but he's not here. But no, I'm like okay, you've never thought about it yet. But I'm saying to you now that we've brought it into the air, do you not feel like it's time to have that conversation with him? It's been overdue. Exactly. So, but he's not here. That's what I'm saying. After this, gotta have that conversation, bro. I've never even spoken to the guy. Wait, what? Nah, I've never spoken to the guy. I've never said anything to him. When I tell you this whole thing is weird, the whole thing, I've never met him. He lives in Edge, bro. He lives in Edge. He's not here. He don't live in this country. That's a story for another time. On that note, I'm gonna move on. Now, do we discipline? I've got both. I've got a boy and a girl. So do you think that boys get disciplined differently to girls, or like? Yeah, 100%. 100% they get disciplined. In what way? Just the intensity. Like some people don't even smack their daughters, like at all. But the boys, they're getting lines left, right, and centre. I know families where the boys are getting slapped ridiculous, but they probably touch the daughter maybe once or twice, and maybe it's because the daughter's more fragile. Behaved. No, not even fragile, just being more behaved than the guys are, which is natural. Guys are more likely to rebel. It's just how we are. We're risk takers like that. I mean, I know some girls or ladies that share their story like, they got beats by the dad, the belt, everything. Yeah, I'm not saying that they haven't, but I'm saying, right, what's more common? We don't really hear, well, at least me, I haven't really heard of any girl that got like licks. Bro. I know that maybe, I know a few. I'm not saying that I haven't heard of them, but yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, because us boys were more stubborn. We push boundaries, and with girls, especially. Like, look, funny enough, in my household, my son is more gentle than my daughter. Like, really? My son, I'll just say something and it'll start trembling. I'm like, bro, I've never started yet. I do the waterworks. My daughter, you know what? My daughter, on the other hand, she does it too, but she does it to avoid the telling off, not because she actually. Oh, what? She does the trembling or? Yeah. So for my son, his waterworks are genuine. My daughter's one, crocodile tears.
Because she's a girl and she knows that she might be able to soften you up.
I'm like, but once I sussed it out, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, it's not working again.
Stop all of that.
But do you know what? Like I said, I've not had to beat her. But I was like,
but what is
I'm
the
trying
reason
to
for
avoid.
that? What's the reason for that? Is it because she's well behaved, or is it because you just think she's more fragile and you don't want to like put your hand on her?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm trying to. If I don't touch you, no man on this earth should raise his hands on you. Like that's. I know it sounds crazy if it's like the whole beating.
Yeah, I
but
was thinking, wait, doesn't that kind
I
of...
just feel like with women, yeah, a lot of the time, yeah, because let's say I'm beating her, yeah, she's gonna think that it's okay for a man to lay her hands on her. And if, like, obviously, God forbid, I wanted to encounter such man in a dating life, but then, it's like my dad don't touch me, so why are you touching me?
Okay, but
kind of thing.
Okay, but in that case, then, alright, does your
well, my daughter's mom.
Yeah, does she smack, or even your son's mom? Does she smack your son?
No. And this is the thing though. Like my kids actually no, she does. She has. The thing, like she has, but it's not frequent.
Okay, fair enough.
But both of them, yeah, they're both well behaved.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's mom only smacked her once, and she even called me. She even called me to ask me if I smacked my daughter before. I'm like, no, why? She's like, I smacked her this morning and I felt bad.
Oh my gosh.
But, and I feel like maybe because, like I said, they live with them 24/7, so they see their ins and outs.
But that what's the word? What's the thing you were saying? That okay for your daughter, you don't want to smack your daughter because you don't feel like if you don't smack her, then no other man can put their hands on her.
Yeah.
So that mentality now, because you smack your son or their mum smacks the son, are you trying to say that other people can then smack your son now, or because
no.
you wanna like.
You're trying to.
I am. You trying to hop me up about me not wanting to smack my son or letting the step.
No, I'm saying the reason why I don't want to smack my daughter. Not that I'm not going to. I feel like one day I might have to if she misbehaves. But I know that I'm more patient or more lenient with my daughter because I don't want her to grow up thinking that it's okay for a man to hit her. A man, because you get men here we get women that get into a relationship here and a man is beating them left, right, centre, but then they don't. Sometimes, a lot of the time, they accept it because that's what they got from their dad as well. When do you know what I mean? So I don't. And it's like, okay, well, my dad used to be when I was younger. So clearly, it's okay for man. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Fair, I hear that, but there's also men, that get into domestic abuse with their wife. So now, are we trying to say that it's okay? You're trying to raise them that it's okay for them to get smacked up by their wife or their girlfriend or something like that.
No, this guy, just don't listen to
You see contradiction here. My man's trying to sound bare smart and everything as well, you know.
I'm not trying to sound smart. I'm just telling you my reason here why I try not to.
All jokes aside, I hear that. I do, and I respect that yeah, you don't want especially if you don't smack your daughter and some guy tries it, she's gonna be like, what? Are you mad?
Like, my dad don't smack me. If
my own dad don't smack me, you can put your hand on me. I hear that mentality. I do hear that.
Yes.
Now, so is that the only reason? It's not because she's well behaved or.
Oh no, she's well behaved here, but she has her moments where she has escaped a lot of smacks. She has escaped, but it's because.
Now, okay, cool. Hold that for a second. Now, so you don't smack your daughter that much, but you have smacked your son. Now, do you?
No, I don't smack my son all the time. I only smack him once.
Okay.
Just
okay.
once.
Now let's put in a situation.
It's gonna be 10 this year, so only once.
Fair enough. Now let's put in a situation where the son is smacked a bit more often than just once, and the daughter is not smacked at all. Do you not feel like? Are you not worried or concerned that may put a little tension between the two?
No, because. If they both did the same thing now, yeah, and if one wanted to smack, I'll smack them both. But I feel like the main key behind the beating is that they have to understand why they are getting that beating.
Okay.
Because growing up here, I got beats here, and I'd be like, what the hell did I do?
I swear.
Like, what did I even do? So if my son does something here, or the one time I beat him,
yeah,
he understood why he got beats, and since then, yeah, he has never, well, to me anyway, he has never done it.
Done that same thing.
Never.
I hear that.
Even when they tried to,
I hear that.
he corrected himself. He came and it ended up.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
so if my daughter does something now, yeah, and we're onto the smack, I'm not now going to overlook it because you're a woman. I will still have to smack you and give you that discipline aspect of thing, but I'm not going to be smacking you constantly.
Nah, I don't agree with
Both with, in fact, with my kids, with my son and my daughter, I will not be smacking them constantly anyway. So
fair. Okay, no. I hear all of that.
So what do we agree on? You're saying no man can smack a child.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if I don't smack my son, or I don't feel like smacking is very effective, I don't see why he should be going to another house and he's getting smacked bears. That's all I'm saying.
Cool.
That's all I'm saying.
Mothers, fathers, stepfathers, stepmothers, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, man. What's your take?
What's your
Who do you think is chatting the most worse?
No, but everybody has their own opinions. Everybody has their own beliefs. Like, yeah, drop your suggestions. You know, we're all here to learn from each other, really. Yeah, so drop your comments
and tell us why. Like, what is your reason behind your decision?
Or even better, if anyone in that position or situation, let us know. How did you guys handle it? How did you guys have that conversation? You know, who smacked who first? But yeah, guys, obviously, yeah, let us know. But you know, we could go on and on about this. But at the end of the day, it's been a pleasure. I feel like this episode has been an eye opener. We all know that Alex is the what's the word? I can't think of the word right now. English has failed me once again, but it's okay.
This is where my God comes in.
English has failed me.
Come my way.
English has failed me once again. Nah, but yeah, let's get involved with us. We want to hear from you guys. Yeah, we'll be back again with another epic episode. We're looking forward to it. Honestly, guys, the episode that we've got coming up next year, listen, you do not want to miss it. You know, I'll give you the little taste. Let's just say it involves church and sex. Church and sex. Yes. You don't want to miss it, man. You don't want to miss it. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, for the support, for the love. We appreciate you. Also, there's any topics that you want us to talk about as well, yeah, feel free to message us, DM us, whatever. We're more than happy to bring it up. And if you want to be on the show as well, let us know, hit us up. We'll love to have you on. But yeah, guys, remember we're here to empower,
educate,
and evolve. I'm your host, Emmanuel.
I'm your host, Alex.
Peace.